Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Amanda. I'm a registered dietitian certified in plant-based nutrition, as well as a yoga lover and yoga instructor. Today's video is going to be about the number one mistake I see people do or commit when trying to get more flexible in their practice and ways to go around it and how to solve it. If you want to connect with me in more ways than yoga, I talk a lot about nutrition and being a dietitian and what I eat and food ideas and just being an overall human being. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel as well as my Instagram page. So more often than not, when I tell people that I'm a yoga instructor or that I practice yoga or that, yoga would be great for you to supplement for your exercises, I get a lot of, I would do yoga, but I'm just not flexible enough. Or, yeah, I've been really trying to get more flexible. So the first thing is, yes, of course you're not flexible enough. It's because you don't consistently stretch. That's the whole entire point of yoga. Saying that you can't do yoga because you're not flexible is kind of like saying you can't do a marathon because you don't run. Everybody starts somewhere, and the whole point of yoga is to open up your body, to have that connection with both your mind, your breath, and your body, to explore more areas of yourself that you never thought possible, and to expand your flexibility and your strength. Now, the biggest mistake actually that I see people make when trying to gain flexibility or increase their flexibility is honestly just focusing on it too much. I see a lot of people in classes bend at their waist, try to grab their feet, not really allowing their body to open up. But what most people don't know is that our body has its own agenda. It has a mind of its own, Our body wants to know that it's in a safe place before it starts to expand. Flexibility comes in a two-way street. You have to build flexibility as well as strength. Otherwise, if you have too flexible of muscles, too open of joints, that can lead to injuries and hypermobility and hyperflexion. If you have too much strength, then you don't have enough flexibility. So you want to be able to build up your strength to a point where you can handle it. If you are stretching too much, you have enough strength to push you back up. So say you're too flexible and you keep going and your muscles don't have that strength to pull you up, then you can be caught in a very dangerous situation. So going back to opening up very slowly, again, our body has its mind of its own. It wants to know that it's in a safe place before it can start opening up, which is why for a lot of people, if they are focusing on flexibility, I recommend them to practice something more restorative, something with longer holds, something that's more passive. And the best thing for this is yin yoga. Yin yoga is a practice that is more meditative, it's slow, it's passive. You get into postures that really only use gravity to pull your legs down. There's no pulling, there's no straining, but the best thing about this is that you hold each posture for 5 to 10 minutes. And it might seem like a long time, it might almost seem too easy, but a lot of people who have gone through an actual yin class will tell you that yin is actually quite difficult because you're not really supposed to sit there and move around. The point is to try to not fidget and just hold and just stay there and feel the emotions that come up. Our bodies, as well as having a mind on its own, also store emotions deep within our muscle tissues. It might sound very far off to most. The longer you hold a posture, the more those deeper muscle tissues will open up. It starts to bring up a lot of emotion, which is why the idea that muscles store emotion and held up anger, resentment, sadness, all those feelings start to come up when you hold these postures and your muscles open up, allowing yourself to have more flexibility. And then when you go through your strength postures in yoga, you're able to strengthen up those muscles and really be able to engage them. So not only do you get to activate those muscles, but you can also be more flexible in the long run. Now, with people who try super hard to be flexible, it's almost like trying to catch your own tail, because you're constantly trying for something that is already within you. If only you just take a moment or 5 minutes for each posture to just slow down and let yourself open up those muscles. Those deeper muscle tissues actually don't get a chance to open up unless you're holding that posture or unless you're engaging those muscles for a longer time. So when you're normally just trying to touch your toes for 30 seconds, you probably won't open the deeper muscles in your hamstrings. But if you are doing some kind of longer restorative hold, then your body is able to loosen up those tighter ligaments, the tighter connective tissues that really hold your bones in place. And it's able to elongate those and loosen them up and allow you to have some more mobility. So if you're trying to go for flexibility, I recommend not focusing on the flexibility itself, but to overall strengthen and lengthen your muscles through a meditative practice. I find that the more connected I am to my breath, the more connected I am to just keeping this still state of mind, the more meditative my practice becomes, the more I actually find physical benefits, which I don't normally see, especially if I'm trying to focus on those. I'm like, oh my gosh, trying to get more flexible, and it never happens. But when I start to shift my focus to the actual benefits and the fruit of the yoga practice, somehow I get stronger and more flexible. So it's just a win-win all around. So the takeaway message is, if you are trying to get more flexible, I recommend, first of all, just doing the yoga practice, actually going, even if you think you suck. Everyone starts somewhere, and honestly, everyone starts somewhere. All the masters and the cool social media people that you've seen do crazy things with their bodies, like they've all started at a stiff point before, unless they started when they were kids, which is a very special case. The body can open up, the body can strengthen, you just need to put some time into it. The next thing is to go for longer holds. Relax into the posture, don't force, don't pull, just feel where your body's at, and eventually your body will open up. Try going for yin classes. You can YouTube a bunch of different ones. And the third tip is to focus on the yoga journey and not the physical benefits itself. The physical benefits will inevitably present themselves to you during your practice. And it just takes a couple minutes, and it just takes some consistency, some devotion, some real focus into your yoga practice to see all these benefits come through. Let me know if this was helpful for you, your thoughts on flexibility, and any other tips you can share with me, because I'm always trying to learn, and anyone else reading the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you are having a wonderful morning, noon, day, or night, and I'll see you next time. Bye!